Also, new reaction tonight to a story getting a ton of attention. On Friday, Fox Business Network anchor Melissa Francis went public with an account of how her former bosses at NBC News ordered her to back off when she reported on the questionable numbers behind ObamaCare.
When I was at CNBC, I pointed out to my viewers that the math of Obamacare simply didn't work. Not the politics, by the way, just the basic math. And when I did that, I was silenced. As a result of what I said at CNBC, I was called into management where I was told that I was, quote, disrespecting the office of the president by telling what turned out to be the absolute truth.
Joining us now, Fox Business Network's Melissa Francis. Melissa, good to see you.
Me too.
What a storm you caused with that statement. And CNBC came out in a nasty little shot at you in response to this and said that that's laughable, but we take notice because as the fastest growing network in primetime, we're always on the lookout for high quality comedy writers and actresses. They don't actually deny it. They just try to attack you personally.
I guess. I mean, I thought that the response was glib and sarcastic, and they treat it like a joke. I don't think it is a joke. I mean, this is about, in financial journalism, you're supposed to illuminate the dollars and cents for people and help them understand their money. They were doing quite the opposite. At least management was guiding us to do quite the opposite. I kept bringing up the idea that it doesn't make sense that you're going to add all of these people to the roles of healthcare, and somehow it's not going to cost anyone anything. Remember, it's not going to cost a dime. And I would ask that question of guests, saying, how could this possibly not cost a dime? You're going to tell people who had pre-existing conditions they don't have to pay more. Somebody has to pay more.
Right.
So I did that.
And you went to Harvard, so you actually understand these things, unlike the rest of us stupid people.
No, please. I do have a degree in economics, so I know a little something about modeling and cost. And in any case, I was called into the office, and I was told, that I needed to stop. When I pushed back and I said, look, this is math, not politics. I'm not being political. I'm talking about dollars and cents. I was told that I was, quote, not being respectful to the office of the president. And disrespecting the office of the president.
Now, you had worked there for 9 years. Only now does your prior career as a very successful actress, who helped put herself through school, only now has that become an issue for them that somehow diminishes your credibility.
I guess. I mean, I think a lot of people who read that statement didn't even get it because they don't know that I was a former actress, and it's supposed to be a dig, but it's another, like Jonathan Gruber, it's so clever and it's so cute that it just sort of doesn't hit the mark. And I think for a lot of people saw that quote and they thought that, wow, CNBC is doing scripted programming now based on that quote. And maybe they are. I don't know.
I mean, do you feel that the goal was to protect this president? Because having been there for 9 years, you were there under more than this administration. Did anybody call you in and tell you that your tone was inappropriate when you reported on President Bush?
I mean, there were other things that it wasn't my only time headed to the principal's office. There were other times that I was called in for being too political.
Were they protective of a Republican president?
Not in my experience, but I would have to say that I wasn't there that long before that, and a lot of the reporting I was doing was on oil and energy. So this was really when I was an anchor and I was out in the middle of the set. And I even pointed to other people. I mean, there are a few people over there who are noted conservatives, and I said, this person and this person, do you call them in and say the same thing? And they said, well, their roles are well defined, and when the viewers watching, they know that those people are,
well, they're trying to say they're opinion people, and you're supposed to be a straight news person, but part of your goal as a straight news person is to ask probing questions and to confront people with facts, real facts.
Especially when they're saying something that is not mathematically true. I mean, we all knew at the time that there was a cost to this program. And we all knew that the public was being misled with the idea that somehow there was this free lunch, that the cost curve was going to bend. There was no cost curve that was going to bend. And as it turned out, we were exactly right. There is a cost. The American public needs the facts. And then if we decide we still want to go ahead and pay more for insurance so that other people can be covered, fine.
Right, then it's full
disclosure. But they need the accurate mathematical facts to make a decision.
So while Professor Gruber was out there calling all of us idiots and sending these messages, Melissa was sitting there with her Harvard degree going, really? I'm on to you. I'm on to you. And then they were like, shh, shut up, you're being disrespectful. And now she's like, I'm on Fox Business, I can say what I want.